Alright guys, so BBQ Dropout here. We're going to be cooking a couple of Picanha choice grade roasts. And if you guys look right here, you can see that it's about 5.7 pounds, I think, per Picanha. But take a look at that. And these are basically what the Picanha roasts look like, but they're choice grade. Got from HEB. This is gonna be a really good cook. So before you actually start seasoning it, since it's in like this plastic vacuum sealed bag, what I like to do is just like grab a pair of steak scissors, I guess these are called. It came with like my cutting board, whatever you call these things, I don't know, but you just like cut it right here. I like to do it in the sink just because it's easily drainable, so you can kind of drain it. Don't have to worry about the juices getting everywhere all over the counter. You can just go down the drain. And I'd obviously recommend I tried to clean off the sink itself. So now that we actually have the Picanhas or top sirloin calves, look at that. See that? Amazing. And now, let me pause it. Okay, so I have like a bottle of kosher salt and black pepper already kind of mixed together. And if you guys are in Texas, just go to HEB, and they actually came out with this pre-mixed bottle of kosher salt and black pepper. So it's pretty easy. You just buy it and you can keep going. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna really follow any type of like recipe, and you'll kind of see that throughout my videos, but I just don't really think that every cut of meat is really the same, if you get what I'm saying. Every cut of meat is different, meaning like the size, the weight, and the fat to protein ratio. Everything's different about the meat, so it just doesn't really make sense for me to use like a blanket measuring of ingredients. Basically, I just like to go by the look of it, and it's a lot less stressful because you don't have to whip out the calculator, you don't have to whip out a scale. You see that? Just make sure like the surface area, I just try to make sure the surface area is adequately covered, and that's really all you can do. It's still gonna come out great. So I also like to add a little bit of garlic powder to it because it just makes it taste that much better. So I'm gonna douse that thing in freaking garlic powder and not really let up, is what I'm saying. So that one's seasoned. Let's get the other one. You see that fat cap though? Isn't that something? This shaker bottle's out. You want to be very liberal with the seasoning. You don't want to give this guy any rest. All right, now they're seasoned. All right, so the next step that I like to do personally is wrap these things in foil. So you just want to get like a long enough sheet of foil, right? Just start wrapping it. Tuck in the corners. And then it's ready to be cooked. We'll just follow the same process for the other part. Okay, so they've been wrapped, and I just went ahead and placed them in a little Pyrex dish, so just in case like any oil or juices come out, you can rest assured that it'll just stay in here. But as far as like measuring the temperatures, you guys got to get one of these meter probes. They're freaking awesome. Totally wireless, but you know, they actually measure the internal temp as well as like the ambient temp, so it'll kind of give you an idea of you know, where the meat's at and like what the actual like grate temp is. For example, if you were to put this on a smoker, it'll just like measure the ambient temp. So it has like a little app on your phone, and it'll actually send you updates for like temperature, and at the end of it, it'll even give you like a neat little graph. So it's pretty cool. I'm gonna make sure it's nice and solid, and that's pretty much it. So just gonna let this thing rip at about 400 degrees right here. That's all it takes, baby. And come back in probably like an hour. Just to kind of show you guys what I mean about that meter thermometer. So it's entirely wireless, right? And it even comes with an app. So you can set up your cook, choose what kind of animal, I guess it is, beef, and then you have like the option for picanha, which is what I'm doing. Can like even start setting your like desired temp in terms of like rare, medium well done, you know, all that stuff. So I just like to do it medium rare and then start cook, blah, blah, blah. And then it'll even start telling you like the elapsed time as well as the internal target temp, you can see it, and the ambient temperature. So it's slowly starting to pick up that 400 degrees ambient temp, but then like it'll even estimate your cooking time and tell you when to pull it off. So it's super cool. Thermometer is actually telling me, even though it's at 125 degrees and the target temp is at 135, it can actually calculate based off of the ambient temp when you should actually pull it off. So I'm gonna pull off both of the steaks right now, and then I shall Alright, just let it sit. Get ready for it to rest. Just hit that, and it should be ready in about 16 minutes. Alright, so the meter thermometer app is actually saying that it's still resting, but it's about 11 o'clock at night, and I'm kind of tired of waiting, so I'm just gonna dig into this thing, and I'm sure it'll still be pretty good. Remove that, and here we go. Look at that. See the fat cap and then the meat itself, obviously, right? Isn't that awesome? Look at that. You see what I'm talking about? That's it. That's how you cook a picanha in the oven with the meter thermometer. Just cook it at about 400 degrees and until about 135 internal, and you're set. So I'll talk to y'all later. So, alright, so I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'm actually going to start digging in, so hopefully you guys found it helpful. Just a quick little video on, you know, how to cook a picanha in the oven. So, stay tuned for more.